name of our lives
and remind them where they are.
So I tend to see people do when you're not watching. The next person on this stage, you're not watching, Nina. What is she doing? She's talking about healthcare. She's talking about education. She's talking about housing. She's talking about how all those things blend together. And baby sister, what do? We support it.
We support it.
I want to end with one thing that my mother told me to tell you. She said to remind you. This is how she said it to me. I have to say it the way she said it. Everybody knows my mother, she's a talker. So my mother said, you tell Nina that I said, be Nina. Don't let anybody put your flame out. Put your fire out. Because you know, my mother being in front of everybody because she can't be here because of the pandemic and her age and health. But she said to tell you.
Everybody in our house, it's Nina Turner.
Thank you. Sorry. I'll make you wait a little bit longer. Here, Miss Nina Turner. How are we doing, Cleveland? I want to thank you all so much. Coming as an organizer, this is where elections are won, right here with folks like you, with the work on the ground. All this other stuff, you know, we engage, we educate, we mobilize publicly, all of that stuff. But it's funny because even for those of us who are out and we're organizing digitally and we know, even those of us who are best at that, we know the reason it's effective is because it gets boots on the ground. It's about knocking doors. That's what this is about. And honestly, if you're out there and what we do wherever, if that conversation out there doesn't translate to knocks on doors, it's just noise. Remember that. It's just noise. This right here is the true work and community. It's these one-on one, as no matter who it is, no matter what their title is, no matter what they're saying on TV, people trust their cousins. They trust, you know, they're members of their PTA. They trust the parent who's picking up their kid at school, dropping them off, going to soccer together. That's the real influential conversations that people are having in their lives. And you all are the most influential people in this community, period. So thank you for stepping up. That's what this is all about. Rallies are amazing. Bernie's coming out here next weekend. Corey here next weekend. Out here. I want to thank the representative, the state representative and the councilwoman for rearing us up today. So let's give a big round of applause to them. Because this is what movement building is all about. You know, I am so for the privilege of serving as the Congresswoman for New York's 14th Congressional District. I am deeply looking forward to Nina Turner joining us as the Congresswoman for Ohio. So we can make even more trouble together. And that's why we see all this dark money coming into this race. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. That's why we see all this dark money coming into this race, because they know exactly what Nina is capable of.
They're scared of what we can do.
They know exactly that she is capable of standing up to dark money. She knows that she is capable and powerful in standing up to big pharma. They know that she is capable of standing up to Wall Street. They know that she is capable of standing up to union busting. They know that she is capable of standing up to to big banks that are trying to trap people in bad mortgage situations. They know that she's capable of that. Not only is she capable, but she's powerful. This money is coming in because they're scared. They're shook. And they know that in 2018, we had a little crack going on. Some people got in there that aren't normally supposed to get into Washington. Because everyday people started waking up and saying, wait a second, we don't have to have representation that is bought by lobbyists and corporations. That this game isn't as pre-written or rigged or destined to be corrupt as maybe we once thought it was. But that if we stand up and knock on our doors and talk to our neighbors, we can beat big money. And guess what? We've been doing it over and over and over again since. When I first won in 2018, they said it's a fluke. This was an accident. It's a mulligan. The third most powerful person in the party who outspent her. And they said, okay, all the time, like, you know. Then 2020 came. Yes. And we said, we're not stopping here. And listen, once you tell someone they're a fluke, now we felt that we had to prove this was not an accident. This was not a moment, this is a movement. That's right. So then we said, you know what? It's time we had leadership in New York 16th District, or New York 16th District with Jamal Bowman. And we won, and we won. We beat big money over and over and over again. Almost all of us were outspent. Almost all of us were outspent. Even in 2020, the corporate establishment sent a $3 million primary challenge against me last year. A lot of people don't know that. So I want you all to know that one of the biggest things that they cannot beat. This is what we said back then. Big money is very lonely because we've got people on our side. Because we have people on our side. And so they know that they can't beat us on the one-to-one. They know they can't beat us on the ground. So you know what they try to do? They try to dispirit us. debates and whatnot. And that was the first time I ever saw Nina Turner. I was cleaning glasses behind the bar, and I see Nina Turner show up on television. And it was the first time I ever saw a woman like that saying the things that she said the way that she said. Out for me somewhere, you know? And when I first started running, it's the kind of thing where people were like, this is impossible. Like, this is great. Like, good for you, but I mean, come on, kid. And we convened with other normal working people that decided that they were going to do something crazy and try to run for Congress. And someone called in, and that person was Senator Nina Turner. And she said, listen, what you're doing is long odds, but it's worthwhile. And I just want to share with you whatever I know. And I was so nervous. And it was a Zoom call, and I was like shaking. And I was like, wow. She made me feel, not just on the TV, but in a personal interaction, like I was worth something.
That's like everybody.
She made me feel, you know, it's really hard. Like if people talk about that story about what we did in New York now, it's just like, oh, this is what happened. But it's really hard when you're waitressing and just from a self-confidence perspective, saying, I can be your congresswoman. It's really hard to knock on a door and try to make that case, especially when you're running against someone that was an incumbent for 20 years. How's a waitress better than an incumbent, right? Like, that's supposed to be the script. Nina made me feel, no, you are better than the incumbent. You are better than the incumbent. And she's here to tell all of you and all of us that too. That it's not about your title, born with what you have or whatever. You have dignity. Dignity. That dignity is a right that we are all born with. And what gives us dignity? Health care, medical.